Hey everybody, this is Alice or Sam Agent 625. Welcoming you back to another live stream. Screen looks white because it's a video. We'll get started with this in a moment. Part of this is going to be just, I guess, showing off it. If you haven't seen it, I published it on my YouTube channel 7.5 hours ago. It's been on the channel for a while. That's where they watched it to verify it, but it was unlisted. It was in a playlist, but it was still unlisted, so it's up there now. If you want to go watch it for yourselves, you can listen to the random conversation Griffin and I got into during this recording. It's the full recording. I sat down, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna record one run, see how I do, and it ended up being this one. I'm like, yay, I don't have to keep doing it. But I also wanted to go over some of the skips. This is why it's a walkthrough, kind of. I'll explain how, like, what some of the skips are. I don't have any actual timestamps on like how quick it is. I can give you estimates based off of experience. That's about it. So, instead of waiting around, well, why don't we get started? So, also, I do have it playing at 2x speed, so we'll get through a lot faster, because there's gonna be sections of really boring stuff. So yeah, you'll see it's really fast. I'm gonna pause in certain sections, but yeah. So start. So I should clarify the start first before we go into anything else, because the start movement begins. The clock begins on first movement, whether it's one of your hands extending, or you start rotating your camera, or your character starts moving. That's when the timer starts. Not too certain about the hand thing, because that goes into inbounds and out of bounds, which I haven't really run yet, so not entirely certain on all that. But for this, it's faster to start walking backwards and rotate in the hallway than it is to rotate first and then start walking. So up here, you're going to see the first instance of what is known as the hyper swing. I'll let this play because we can get through all this. But this allows you to swing faster It doesn't really require anything except like pulling on the swing, like while you're swinging. So putting friction essentially. So entering this room, I sent the right hand to that first power that was on the right. That is known as I believe it's pronounced Rookie. Never heard anyone pronounce it to me. It's called the Rookie skip, where you extend your hand, but you double click, which allows it to attach. It's a bug, I guess, in the game. Just for this, since yeah, I'll just slow it down for now. But that allows it so you don't have to wait for Poppy to move out of the way. So in that room, we got the first 3 items. Well, that is serious lag. There's all the lags in the footage, really. There's only one part where I actually experienced lag myself, but all this has been in the footage. So part of 100%, you need to get 9 collectibles, 7 tapes, and 7 notes. So we've gotten a tape, and part of the tapes you have to put them in. So we got a tape, a note, and a trophy or collectible. So here's another form of the Rookie skip. You need to double click on both sides. This is a loading skip, which allows you to not have to wait for the power to get to the door, which saves time. It was used with buttons in chapter 1 at the very beginning to save time. And now we can skip through Mommy's whole dialogue because this is a minute long. Not entirely interesting. You hear it enough times, people start quoting it while they're playing through the game. I'd say most famously in the community, one person was quoting it and they got to musical memory and they were doing the out of bounds stuff. They were doing 100% out of bounds and they got the musical memory skip, the out of bounds skip, attempted in the first try. When they finished quoting it, it was like, oh, is there something special about quoting it? So it's kind of a lucky charm in some regards. So here, this is called lever snipe skip, where you snipe the levers. It helps with avoiding missing them if you go up there, and it saves a little bit of time. Here we're gonna get the next 2 collectibles, adding up a total of 3. We could technically get the claw one at the end because we walked past it, but since we're in this room and we have to wait for Stella's dialogue to finish before musical memory opens up, it's just easier to grab it while we're still there. Enter musical memory area, and we head into the molding room. What I found works for molding room is you start the machine up and you get the green tape. You play the green tape and you complete that connection before starting up the second part of the molding process. Get the trophy. I use a barrel to make it easier to get up onto the platform to grab the green hand. If you can somehow use the stool without struggling with it, more power to you. Either works. We're just waiting for the hands to get over so we can start the paint machine, which needs paint. We use the barrel to hop over, and then we head over here and wait for this door to open. Head up the stairs, wait for the paint. try to reach the paint as early as possible. So we can put it in. You want to land on top of the machine or on top of the conveyor belt. It's a little bit faster, but this is still a decently good time. Certainly not best segment, but still faster than the last time I ran it. And now we're musical memory. So we're going to take full advantage of what is called the musical memory loading skip. Musical memory loading skip. So if you've never seen anyone play the prototype version, or the I guess alpha version, it was a version that was found in the down patch, which is what I'm currently playing on. But it was found in the files, and it's an older version of the game. It's not entirely cleaned up as much, and you have the ability to like see everything that's going on, all like the different codes or commands being sent out, as well as in the main menu you can change which checkpoint you start at. It says 0, but if you were to click play, I think it sends you to checkpoint 15, which is at the start of statues, I think. But the checkpoints here, they're like 7, 8, or 9, something. I don't remember which numbers they are, but there are. So the entering musical memory was a checkpoint. Then there's the end of the intro, which I believe triggers after Mommy finishes talking. And then there are 4 more checkpoints. 1 after the end of round 1, 1 after the end of round 2, 1 after the end of round 3, and 1 at the end of round 4. And if you use these where they trigger and where they load in at, there's somewhere between a 5 and 10 second difference. Some people have said 5. I found that I've saved way more time than 5 seconds each load. But it doesn't necessarily matter. It's a lot faster. The way I've timed it to compare against other runs using different skips or no skips at all is from the start of the intro video to going through the vent. And I have some of those times. And what I found is if I use the loading skip all 4 times, it's about 4 minutes and 15 seconds from start to leaving. Inbounds uses the note skip, which allows you to stand on one of the notes. So as soon as you get the train code, you can leave. For 100%, well, all mini games, I don't think you need the train code, but for 100% you do. So for 100% inbounds, using note skip took the person about 4 minutes and 28 seconds, while for all mini games inbounds, it took them 4 minutes and 8 seconds because they didn't have to wait for the train code to drop. So it's comparable to note skip for all mini games, but certainly faster than note skip for the other categories. And I talk about in here, in this portion of the video, I was talking about like getting more of the runners aware of this skip, because it will bring down some of the times. I don't know how many people are actually running the categories where it'd be useful in. Those categories being all 3 of the no major skips, and then 100% no major glitches and 100% inbounds. Um, 100% isn't a category people are currently interested in running, from what I've seen, and I can understand why. It's a hard category to run. The category running it has put me at like 60 hours of gameplay into just this chapter alone. So it's been painful, to say the least. But if I do in small bursts, it's fun. The moment I sit there for hours playing this, it takes a toll, and I get frustrated because I'll do really well, and then something like I'll lose concentration or something will happen, and then the run dies. So here we got the next tape, and we got the next collectible. And this is another instance of the rookie skip. Wasn't anything too special about product storage. It's mainly about sniping the tape from a distance and getting over to the platform and getting the tape started while I head over to the statue or the collectible, so I can get it and I can get the lift thing, so I can move the dino off the platform. Here is the most sound issue of the game, I guess. But as you can see from the time, like I saved 20 seconds from the I saved about 20 seconds from the previous time that I had done, which was the 34:29, and I'd only done 2 loads during that point. So doing 4 loads, I know that I probably went through product storage a little bit faster on this run than the previous one, but it was still 20 seconds, which is how I'm getting about 10 seconds per load. I would still like to go back and time it though. Like actually time. It's hard to because it can vary, because sometimes the colors will be more conducive to hitting them quickly, sometimes they won't be. And so it's a matter of luck and RNG and musical memory, and not just the time saved from the skip. So here is our next decently sized skip. It's called the Whack-A-Huggy skip, or WAH skip. Well, that was hard to see. But what if you're looking, you can see I'm double hitting some of the huggies, and I'm counting aloud during this. You're only allowed to double hit 10 of them. Pretty certain that was my 10th. Yeah. You can hear, like, there's lag spikes, so it's hard to, like, see, but you can definitely hear if I'm single hitting or double hitting. I made the mistake of streaming this to Discord while I was recording at the same time. My computer was not having fun. And there we go. Whack-a-huggy is done. And we'll get the second train code and head into the berry cart section. As always, it's a struggle to get the second train code. It's like when you try to reach for it, she kind of wants to hold on to it and then she lets you take it. Honestly, it kind of feels like when it pops up, it isn't a grabbable object as soon as you see it. Like, it takes a little bit of time before you can actually grab it. There's the Kissy Missy statue. I didn't do the obligatory hit the button for Candy Cat. Most run attempts I actually do that. So it was interesting they didn't do it this time. I probably would have if I hadn't struggled with the stairwell. So the key with the berry cart section is getting through in one run, which is possible. It's not. I'm curious where the 10-second timer, like how it counts, or if there's like certain instances where the timer pauses, even though it's away from its original source. But yeah, you have to go through this. You have to rotate around. It's really just practice. You practice enough times, you'll get it in one attempt. A lot of the things that help speed it up are the snipes, really, from the distance, especially berry cart. If you can get him from a distance, you don't have to walk all the way down and grab him and walk all the way back. So here is an issue that sometimes occurs, sometimes doesn't. There's actually two. Dropping down, sometimes the floor won't have loaded in, and so you just kind of have to pause the game and wait. Second issue is that stairwell. I found while recording or streaming the game that if I try jumping up, it'll break my legs. I don't know why. But if I'm not recording, if I'm not streaming, I have no issue. So maybe it's thinking, maybe I'm like lagging while I'm jumping, and so it thinks I'm falling down at a higher height than I actually am. And that's just a CPU issue from the additional recording of the footage. That could be it. It could be something else. I don't know. Here is a really that was a struggle. Really nice skip that was very interesting to figure out. You didn't actually need to go around any of those pipes. Or the other electrical towers in that room. You just need to connect the two for some reason. I never made it that far into the new patch, so I have no idea if it was ever fixed. I do know that in statues, I avoided going through statues like the plague, because one of the issues with statues in the alpha version, I guess we'll call it the alpha version, all the tubes are blocked at the end. For some reason, they're all blocked. No idea why. I don't know why that was in there to begin with, and why they eventually removed it. Who knows? I'm gonna run through statues. We'll speed it up because it's gonna take a little while. So I'll pause certain. So first, I'm trying to figure out how the timing of the song works. It's either like it always pauses at a certain point in the song, or maybe it's a certain point along where the Pugapillar. I forgot his name. I forgot his first name, but the Pugapillar. Like a certain point where he's at. I'm not entirely certain, but you'll always stop pretty much at this spot every single time if you don't respawn it. If you respawn it, I think you start a little bit further back inside the maze still. And I think because the first one's always a timing thing. So we'll wait here. So this is the 5th ring route out. There's one like just back here. It's off screen. So this is the 5th ring out. You want to aim for this one. And as you'll see, if you swing just right, you'll end up in this tube waiting at the other end. And you'll typically hit the tube just as the lights come back on. So it moves you forward. You're not doing anything, so you don't have to worry about getting jump scared and dying. It just sends you all the way to the bottom of the side, and then you can head forward into hard, where you have to go because you have to get the statue. I found that there's some leeway with walking in the light. I mean, you have to be careful, but I think there's like a certain amount of movement you can do before you get jump scared. What that is, I don't know. And now you jump across. As soon as you get your hand on this pole over here, you're free to move. You can't get jump scared. If you get your hand on this pole and then you let go, you can't grab back on it, and you'll have to restart. I found that out during one of my runs where I realized I'd grabbed onto. I thought I missed entirely, but I didn't. And so I had retracted my hand came back in. I guess I had made it retract. And then I couldn't grab onto. I'm like, what just happened? That's how I figured it out. I don't know why that's the issue, but it is. You grab onto it, you swing in here, and you get the second and third notes, you drop down and you reload. Prevents you from dealing with broken ankles. And then you're gonna just run as quickly as possible while you listen to mommy threatening you the entire time. And then you get up to water treatment. You'll rotate the right button 3 times, grab the tape, head over to this section, hit the 3 button, hit those 4 buttons, grab the berry cart statue, head all the way down, grab a bunzo, head back up. You're going to want to hit the right button 2 times, and then you're going to hit the left button 3 times, I believe. Once you hit it once, you can put the tape in. Then you have to hit it 2 more times after that. And then we head over to, I don't think it's our final power puzzle. So now here's a partial mistake. There's a new skip for this section. You don't actually have to open that gate to get the power or the tape. You just have to get close to it, and your green hand will be forced into the cage area. And you can grab the power and the tape. Thank you for the lurk, Mitch. I'm going over the run. I'm almost done with it. Here's where the biggest lag spike of my entire life occurred. And as you can see, I will go back a second or two. Let's go back here. Okay, so it's really hard to see at that speed, so bring it down a notch. So we're swinging over, and suddenly I'm on the other side, and I'm no longer swinging. And what ended up happening was my entire game froze, and then all of a sudden I was just hanging over the gate. Fortunately, there was a checkpoint there, so I was able to just restart. I lost a little bit of time. It's okay though, because it wasn't that big of a time loss. That was the weirdest rotation I'd ever done. But now we're heading to hide and seek. Yeah, so that took a little bit to load. But yeah, I lost about 10 seconds from the looks of it. Probably a little bit more. I don't know where that segment was at, so who knows. And now we're starting hide and seek. So at the moment I'm struggling a little bit. When I was running this, I was struggling a little mentally with dying. But I was like, I have to keep going because I'm doing so well at the moment. Even though I'm only 30 seconds ahead of my previous time, I'm still doing so well. Because 30 seconds is still sub 34, so that was good. Another big issue for me with this run is the chase sequence. I leave the note for after the chase sequence. Sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not, because then you can accidentally forget it. Power levers, as that section is referred to. And now we are getting ready to start the first chase with Mommy. The second pile of debris with the red tube next to it, I guess gas canister maybe, that's where it triggers her to start chasing, or that's when she spawns in. As soon as she stops making any walking sounds, you can drop down. You might hear her moans. I say that in quotes. But her noise is very strange. But you can definitely hear it. If a certain sound cue is playing, because it will stop wherever she despawns at. So starting the second one, pulling down that lever, you have to hold it. Sometimes it's a bug, sometimes it's not, but sometimes it won't. It won't like trigger the door to open, so you have to like hold it until it triggers, which is okay. Could be better. I mean, you don't necessarily have to worry about it. So here, there was a big issue with these barrels. These barrels will get in the way of your running, so you have to like, if the barrels aren't set up properly for you, then you're not gonna have a fun time during this first stretch of the last chase. Here's also where the checkpoints get a little weird. The checkpoint right before the final chase, you have to be in that room with the last, with that lever that I pulled. If you're not a certain way into that room, then it will just send you back to the second chase, I believe, or maybe the first. The third. So yeah, this is also an issue that will sometimes occur. It won't load in, so you'll have to reload. But that is the last checkpoint of the game. So if you were to reload from the train, you'd get sent back all the way to that door waiting to be opened. The trigger for that checkpoint's actually up top once you cross that gap. So, and now we get to watch as Mommy dies for the upteenth time. At this point in time, it was my 20th finished run, so I guess I've watched Mommy die at least 30 times in my own runs. I'm still petitioning for the double high 5% with the prototype hand. That should totally be a category extension. We have the high 5% from chapter 1 where you high five the Huggy Wuggy. And that's your only goal. And then your run's finished. We should totally have that again for chapter 2. Here's where I gave up on all the little tricks to go up the stairs quickly. It was way too much hassle. So that's the final tape you put in. And now we're about to go free. Free Poppy. There I sometimes like to jump up and hit my head against the pipes, and if you do it right, I'm pretty certain you get like a slight boost. But you have to hit it just right, otherwise you're gonna be knocking yourself backwards instead of forwards. With the down patch version, the auto splitter shows the combination, so you can just walk into the room and free Poppy. You don't actually have to read the combination. You can technically hit tab and it'll show all the pages, and that will pause the game. So that is also reality, but as you can see there, I unexpectedly started it somehow, and I also lagged. And now we go through the whole train ride. And that was the start of like 31:17 for the train. And since it finishes at 33:44, that's 2 minutes and 27 seconds. We'll just speed through it. But yeah, that's pretty much all the skips. I demonstrated them all last night in the meme run that I did. Here's me explaining the fan to Griffin. The mean fan, where if you send both of your hands into it, you can't finish the run because you have, by all definition, broken your hands. They might appear on your screen, but they are not usable because each one is waiting for the other one to extend to no longer be broken. And so, yeah. If anyone dares you to hit the fan with both of your hands, don't do it. Don't listen. Alright. And here we go. Solid 33:44. So official time puts it at 33:44.310, I believe. I would need to pull it up. if yeah, the site does not want to work on that device. Anyway, that's that run. Currently working on 100%, no major glitches at 120 FPS. I might, for the fun of it, drop it down to 60 FPS. Since I apparently could do this time for the 3344, no major skips, 100% at 60 FPS. So that would be fun. Just have all my runs at 60 FPS. I guess like a little minor flex. Though granted all the out of bounds runs are at 60, so I guess it doesn't matter. But anyway, I say we switch over to farming. I don't know why I tried opening that app when it's already open. I am pulling up the time though on my phone because my phone actually likes the website. Let's see. All right. In that case, let's close out of this. You're going to see a dark screen for a little bit. Oh, that's a noise outside. I was wondering what that was. There's that background image. Yeah, so it was a 0.1 millisecond difference between the time the live split showed and my actual time. Live split isn't entirely accurate. My guess is that it had to do with either the actual ending or the actual start, because it might take like milliseconds for it to react before it actually starts the timer. But farming. I said next time on Stardew we would be doing the... Isn't it the Stardew Valley Fair? It is. Oh, this website does not want to work either. Hello? Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Everything's taking forever to load. That's not good. There it is. Okay. I do need to get the game started up, because I didn't want it showing in the background or making any noise. So let's get started up. Oh. The main issue with the run, I don't know where I was at with anything, but I'm pretty certain it's this Stardew Valley Fair. So hopefully the items I have are nice. You know, I'm pretty certain it's because the computer that I'm using to load everything on I'm watching the stream with has like, what was the number tabs? 24? It doesn't help that like all of them are important, so I just load them all in. But still, pretty certain they're killing it because the thing's a tablet. It's not a real in quotes computer. All right. I've forgotten how loud this game is. Or the fact that I named this capitalism farm. It was a different time. You know, I don't remember what I listed as my favorite thing. And I kind of want to surprise myself when I get my first star drop thing. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Well, I don't need luck to be on my side. It's Stardew Valley Fair. I got a cake. That is Pierre noticing the fact that I've gotten 8 hearts with Penny. I'm almost done with Shane. I'm almost done with Demetrius. And I've got like 15 different chests. This isn't good. Okay, let's clear out my inventory. So I have that. Interesting. These chests need to be sorted at some point. These chests hurt my brain. Talk about unorganization. This is bad. This is awful. Oh, I know where I can. I just saw where I could put these at. Let's put that there. We'll put the cake here. Okay, okay, we need to clear out my inventory. Okay, let's see. Animal product. Forage, fruit, fish, artisan goods, vegetable. So we need iron objects. What else can we technically put in there? Put in cooking, I guess. We're gonna have to double up on something. We can put in foraging, and then what was I thinking for the last object? No. Probably one of these objects, I think. Something like this one. There we go. There we go. Okay. You know, I thought today was the day of the fair. Is it tomorrow? Am I confused? I mean, I might be. It's also only 8 a.m. So the fair might start in a little bit. Oh, there's the cat. We need to go water the cat still. Cat must be watered. It's a hot day after all. Kitty's probably not having a great day. See? Here you go. You feel better now? That is not its bucket. Aw, hi baby. Aw. I'm sorry, what was your name again? I forgot my cat's name. hello? Where's Tetsabel? There's a Stardew Valley Fair. Okay, there's a couple things in there, not too important. Is there like stuff down here? Oh, pumpkins are grown. I don't need them. So, I do have to take care of the animals. Ugh. So 2 cows, 4 chickens, and a duck. Okay, I think everything's fine. Oh my gosh. Why aren't you eating from outside? I'll deal with those later. Oh, there's 5 chickens. 4, 5, and then this one. Okay, yep, we got everyone. Okay, we need to head out now. We need to head out before we run out of time. Run as fast as you can. And we've made it. Okay. There we go. So this stall is mine. There we go. Okay, I'm actually gonna need my mask for this section. I don't want to do anything in here. So, go quickly talk to people. Let's see. Yes. So, what do we need? We need 800 stars, 2,800 stars. And then we can probably spend the rest on the triple shot espresso. Capitalism, that's great. Did I talk to Abigail? I'm not. I already beat all the games. Now what? Alright, so here's Pam. So... yeah, the poor clown looks kind of sad. Clint's blades get sharper every year. Hello, wizard. What are you doing down here? Read my fortune. Let's see. See you at the beach. There's some kind of event taking place. You walk up to Pam, say something funny. Seems like you two are good friends. Now I see you and Penny in a field of grass. You seem happy. The crystal ball has moved on. Ah, you're in combat. There's something dreadful bearing down on you from the dark, but you seem more than ready to face it. Ah, the crystal ball has gone dim. That's all I can do for you, young one. Now, just keep in mind that the future isn't set in stone. Whatever I told you today can still be changed. If you set your heart on it, farewell. Because I'm having a good time. Hello, Shane. Vincent. Jazz. Well, maybe don't, get your hands too close to them. It wouldn't be an issue. Hi, Linus. I still need to befriend him. I have yet to, like, put any, like, time into befriending him. Okay, so... this one. I would like to be better at this one. I am bad with slingshot, but I would like to... Yep, already awful. I don't know why it didn't do that. That was bad. $80 star tokens. Yeah, I think I actually do better with fishing than anything. So. That was a sunfish, I believe. I don't get to keep any of the fish, I don't think. I'm pretty certain it's like you catch the fish and you release them. That's why you don't keep any fish. And they're all easy to catch fish from the looks of it as well. Or this one isn't going to count, so it doesn't matter. Maybe. I guess it does. I thought it didn't. I thought I cut you off. Guess not. 6 fish. Perfection bonus. Nice. I'm trying to remember. Is it green that it lands on most of the time, or is it orange? I'll do orange again, and if it lands on green again, then it's green that lands on most of the time. Because one of them always lands, like it lands 75% of the time. Yeah, so it's green that lands 75% of the time. If I remember correctly. Of course it lands on orange the moment I do that. Okay, let's look it up. That's getting annoying. Because I'm fairly certain now it's actually just going against me on purpose. Stardew Valley Fair. Where is this? Green is 75%, orange is 25%. Yeah, and never mind. This thing is actually going against me. I would sooner perfect slingshot. Okay, why is my mouse all the way up there? Okay, what the heck? Oh my word. That's getting annoying. You actually have to, like, drag across the screen for it to consider you actually aiming. Which is stupid, but whatever. Guess that one doesn't stay around for long. Okay, so what's going on with my shots? Why isn't it reloading? Is it, like, counting down and I'm not seeing the number of shots I have and then it, like, has to reload or something? Because that's actually annoying. I never thought a game like this would get me mad at it. But it has. And I don't know why. Like, this game isn't actually worth playing. It's so much easier to do the fishing one. You get so many more stars. It's like a serious imbalance between the two. I don't entirely understand why. Like, for the same amount of effort, I can get way more star tokens in this game than in the aiming one. And the fact that for whatever reason my slingshot keeps running out of ammunition, or maybe it's like you can't have more than one rock or stone in the playing field at the same time, which is also just an annoyance. I don't understand slingshot physics in this game, or mechanics, I guess. Not physics, mechanics. Alright. Guess we're gonna be doing in segments of 50. Orange, again! How many times are you gonna land on orange? Mr. Io, it's 75%. Sure. Orange, again. Finally. No, for orange being 25%, it seems they're like selecting it multiple times in a row. Like, with that streak of oranges, there should have been, like, a huge streak of greens. I guess not. I think it lies. Pretty certain. Alright, where's the orange? So we need 1,200 more. Technically. While this one's running. Games can still be played. Okay. Interesting. Game pauses this portion as well. So let's go talk to Lewis. We'll wait for him to go grade it. I like how he grades only these 4, and yet there's one down here still. I'm sorry, Clint. He doesn't actually care about your grades display. Nice. Yeah, alright, let's go grab these. I'm gonna set all of those aside. And we'll just bring them year after year. Alright. Grab the rare crow. Alright, what is it? I'm pretty certain it's something hilarious. That would be me. That's right. You see, I created this farm after watching somebody doing their own, and they said that their their favorite thing was like their viewers or their subscribers or something. It's a way to like honor them. And I was thinking I should put something ridiculous, and I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, well, I'm going for perfection. Why not just say my favorite thing's perfection? That's great. Okay. Gorilla. Hello, Zat. How's the farming coming? Nice. I got a star token. That's great. Non-interactable. I can just buy them. Slow. Isn't that how most farming is? This day was really slow. Ooh, what's the new event? Interesting. Okay, I need 50 wood. I was planning on switching over to that anyway. I just wanted to get the Stardew Valley Fair on stream since I said I would do that. Granted, I still I have claimed time and time again that I'm going to finish my Mystery of Herobrine series, and I am stuck on at the moment. Mainly because I have to edit the video. And editing takes time. And I had the voice lines, and then I listened them back, and I'm like, these are all so stupid. I need to redo them all. And so that's what I'm doing, is redoing all of my voice lines. There's a character that shows up who's who, let's see. I don't need any of that. I'll just sell them all. For whatever reason, this character says, oh, you need a certain amount of this item. Well, it turns out you need less than what he tells you, because then he tells you a different number, or a sign has a different number. And then he says that different number back to you, like, later on. It's like, so I was trying to go for, like, an old man type thing, where, you know, he's kind of senile. And it's so hard to do that voice. Alright. Let's switch over. I also have like maybe 3 or 4 different Town of Salem videos that I want to upload. But I want to make custom thumbnails for them, and that's taking a while. And especially one of them, I'm like silent half the game. 'Cause, ooh, young paleontologists rejoice. Excavate dinosaur fossils and discover ancient items while you're at it. Can you dig? Sure. I think I could totally dig. So I was like trying to decide if like I want to do voice lines or just upload them because they're so boring. It just, oh my gosh, it's a winter wonderland. Quest log. Dinosaur fossils. Is this like... Is this, oh. And they grow all year round. They're 1,000 each. There we go. Let's go. So we have... Boop. Doot. Dirt. Wait, what do they give? They give diamonds. Yeah, they're not entirely worth it. I have to be careful with money. I'm not that wealthy, unfortunately. But they take 3 hours. Okay. Image. Image. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Alright. If it'll... There we go. Okay. So... we have... cucumbers. We have leeks. Okay, and the next one is wheat. These are all winter, spring. This was the parasol mushrooms. We have yellow zucchini down here. We have zucchini over here. Okay. There's watermelon and potato over here. Watermelon still has a lot to grow. Potatoes are ready though. Asparagus. Carrots. We'll see. At least they're easier than the fireworks. The fireworks were a nightmare because it was like summer and fall or summer and winter. They only grew 2 days out of the 4 days cycle. This is agave. This is aloe vera. They both look like cacti, so it's hard to tell the difference. These are the blackberries. Nope. The blackberries. I see I had accidentally harvested peanuts at one point. And I never replanted them. Alright, I think all 4 of these, actually. Beans. Blue grape. Jicama. Turnips. There they are. Eggplant. Meow. Lettuce. Oh, would you look at that? I'm full. Lettuce. Beets. Okay, let's really quickly do all this. There we go. Run over here, sell the flowers, sell fish, sell eggs, sell fruit, sell grapes, and sell as many vegetables as possible. Beets. Okay, so these, what do I get? 77 per. Okay, so they're not. I don't desperately need them. That was 6 hours? Oh, jeez. Oh, it's freeze, so watering doesn't matter at the moment. And there goes that again. Boop. All right. Feed all the animals. Nice. Okay, how many flowers can I hold at the moment? 61. So that is now 52, 43, 34, 25, 16. Oh, it's already full. I guess I did not add that up properly. I think it was actually 51, more likely. Oops. Yeah, it was 51, not 61. I'm curious. Ooh, how many gold nuggets do I have? I have 1. I don't necessarily need anything at the moment. Oh, cool. I'm gonna hold off on watering anything until after winter's over. Because winter is a pain at the moment. Don't need that anymore. Nice. Alright. We're almost done with that one. little disappointed that it didn't rain. Rain would have been nice. Also, I need to unlock the loom. Otherwise, those are going to be a pain. The only reason why I'm not harvesting them is because I'm full on fabric at the moment. Yep. Cabbage. Red goji berries. Tomato. Kiwi fruit. That is not kiwi fruit. Okay. And then we have corn. We have yellow pepper. Yellow onion. Peas. Why don't I just... That was the longest load ever. Okay, there we go. Why don't we just do that? Ooh, sunflowers. I think those are nuts, possibly, maybe. Sunflowers. Okay. These. Feel the need to keep yawning. It's probably how tired I am. Who needs sleep when you have farming? $19 more. $10 more. I mean, the only reason why you need to sleep is if for some reason you had to be up in the morning because you have work. That wouldn't be me. No, never. I have no life. I mean, actually, that is true. My life is I work, I run, come back here, eat food, and stream. And then I pass out, and I repeat the process. So I really do have no life. In some people's eyes. In my eyes, that's a life I prefer. I don't. I'm fine with going out every once in a while, but partying every day or every night or whatever, not my scene. Well, and there are some people who find it refreshing to be surrounded by a bunch of people. You know, that like would be considered like your typical extrovert. But because it's not as clear cut with people, like most people fall between the two. I probably would have joined you, Mitch. I would have just been so tired. I'd be like, alright, let me know when we're leaving. I'm gonna go take a nap. Of course, I think I would have sooner left, because I would have thought it was dangerous to be by myself sleeping, because who knows what somebody would try to do with me. Granted, I am the person who, freshman year of college, I had a class that was from 9 to 9:50, and then my next class was noon to 1:15. Yeah, I feel that. I probably would do. I might do the same. I'm not a party person. Ah. But so I would go eat food at the dining hall at like 10 to maybe 11 or something. And then I would go to the building where my 12 o'clock class was at. I'd just pass out for like half an hour. The reason being was because I had workouts in the morning at like 6 in the morning. So I'm getting up at 5. I'm working out from 6 to 8, class at 9. I'm tired during my 9 a.m. class. If I don't get any sleep before my 12 o'clock, I will pass out in the middle of class. It was bad. But that was also my very first semester, and I didn't know how to like structure any of my classes, and since some of the classes had already filled up by the time I was signing up for classes, it was like kind of stuck with whatever sections are remaining. Since I was one of the last to sign up for classes. Pretty certain. Because I think signups have been earlier that month. For all other students. And the camps, they try to be helpful. But I would have preferred my parents were there, because they would have helped me make more sense of it. And they were told, yeah, no, your parents aren't allowed to come in there. And then somebody else got their parents to go in with them. So I have no idea why. But none of the cams were my major. Which was not helpful in the slightest, because I had two, for one slot I could take 2 different classes. And so I had already gone in and researched those 2 classes. I'm like, yeah, I want to take this one because it sounds more difficult. And it was kind of confirmed to me. But I don't know if any of the cams knew what the other class was. And neither of the classes' descriptions talked about which programming language was being used for the class. Which I feel like needs to be mentioned. But alright. And so I ended up with taking a Monday, Wednesday. For Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I had class from 9 to 9:50, 12 to 1:15. And then I want to say I had a class from like 3 to 3:50. I had another class in there. At least one more. And then Tuesday, Thursday, this was where the nightmare comes in. I had a class from 10:35 to I want to say 1:05, and then a class from 1:15 to 2:40. So the 10:35 to 1:05 was a how long is that? 2.5 hours? Yeah, 2.5 hour long lab, which is a story in and of itself. And then the 1:15 to 2:40 class was another programming class. So like I would do the lab and it's like, well, I kind of can't get food in between. So either worst part was the lab was on Tuesday. Like I had 2 different labs. One was on Tuesday from 10:35 to 1:05. And then the other one was on Thursday from 10:35 to 1:05. Yeah, there was a problem with that. There was a definite problem with that. So I would end up, if I could like step out of lab early and go get some food from the dining hall, because it was like right across the way, and then come back and finish so I could head to my next class with food and I could eat in that class. Those were the good days. The bad days, I would have to snack on like goldfish and trail mix and protein bars that were in my backpack. And then there were the multiple days in that programming class where I just fell asleep because I was so bored out of my mind. It wasn't... The main issue why I found it so boring was because I had done a lot of the theory work that we had covered. Like in high school. Kind of goldfish. I think it was just the regular goldfish. I just got the bags. Whatever you can get from Costco. Because I know there's flavor blasted and then there's extra cheddar. But I think it was just regular. There's also the multicolored ones. Those are the interesting goldfish. I think every semester there's been that one class where I just fall asleep in. Whether it's the professor doesn't make the material sound interesting, or it's stuff I already know and so I don't feel the need to actually... Oh, I waved. Yeah, I got whatever my parents and I went shopping for, which I think is just the regular kind. Because it was... we went to Costco and we bought some commodities. And you're like, yeah, get me some goldfish and trail mix because I'm going to have a nightmare time during Tuesday and Thursday. Ooh, black spike. I think within the last year, maybe 2 years, what qualified as the class I would most fall asleep in would be the one where it was a lot of theoretical, so it was a lot of like note taking on like jargon and stuff, not a whole lot of actual practical work. And all of our meetings were on Zoom. Where I could just fall asleep and no one would be the wiser. There was one semester where I had a class that was at 7:45 in the morning. Was it 7:45? Well, so the 7:45 one, I had no issue getting up and like, because I didn't have to be up early for practice, because I had to, I would run those days by myself. But this was, I think it may have been, it could have been a 10:35. I don't remember. But I would wake up, I would hop into class this semester. Whether it was like I was in bed taking a nap or if it was like in the mornings. I don't remember which one. But I would wake up, I would hop into class and I would fall back asleep in my bed because I was just so tired. But the lab, that one lab that was a nightmare freshman year. So it was an electrical engineering lab, essentially. There's a lot of circuits. So it was a lot of learning stuff the hard way. I have heard tale of many people like killing electronics or like burning the breadboards in that class. Because they connected up the resistors incorrectly. I don't know why I'm laughing. Because it destroys the equipment, but it's still kind of funny that just happens. But the worst part about this class is if you got with a certain professor. This professor made you draw up the circuits you were doing in a free program called OrCAD. Now, if you've never used OrCAD, don't, is my first word of advice. Because it hurts to use. Second thing, this was the class that I made myself sound dumb in because they were talking about a certain drive. I'm like, how do we access said drive? And everyone was like, it's on the school computers, like, duh. I'm like, I can't access it from my computer. My computer has a C and a D drive. One's the hard drive, the other is the SSD. So but that's how I finally discovered all the different drives on the school computers. And the second thing is like all the circuits that we actually had to use. Like I had to go on the school computers. I had to go through our class. I had to go through like all the folders and pull anything that had to do with OrCAD. and copy them over onto my computer so I could do OrCAD on my own computer, so I didn't have to like walk across campus to the 24-hour lab if I need to work on something in the middle of the night. And I think the biggest pain was not necessarily not understanding how the circuits are being drawn up, because our professor's like, after so many weeks in, yeah, you have to have your circuits drawn up before class starts, otherwise the TA is not going to assist you. Which, okay, fair, but most of us don't understand what any of these instructions mean until we start building the circuit in class. So it was guesswork on any sort of like design beforehand. But working with OrCAD and writing up the reports for a lab, if we did a lab on one Tuesday morning, we would have until Monday night, I think. Yeah, Monday night before the next lab, which was kind of about a week, to write up the report and do the whole OrCAD design and submit it. Part of my issue with it is like I'm a huge procrastinator, so like I would wait until like Monday to actually finish up the report and the OrCAD design. But oh my gosh, my second week, I called my parents crying because the lab report was so difficult to write. And I was so tired too, because like all of my friends at the school were staying up until like 2 in the morning, and then I had to get up at like 5. And it was not fun. That was the 1 week where I got maybe somewhere between 15 and 20 hours of sleep. Not including like naps and the weekend stuff, but just like during the school week itself. Thankfully, I still know them. I still interact with them from time to time. We're not as close as we were freshman year. It does not help that they're, like, most of them are electrical engineering or aerospace engineering majors. So we don't interact a whole lot in classes. And I also... Okay, I'm trying to find all of these guys at. Where are they at? Where are they at? Here they are. I also ended up less social after, well, because after freshman year, or the middle of the second semester, that's when COVID hit. So I ended up not having, like, I would spend most of my time in my dorm room just because, like, that's the only place I could be at without wearing a mask. Because, like, you step outside the dorm room, you have to wear a mask. You can't walk around outside without a mask on campus. So I would sometimes, like, go off campus just to escape those restrictions. I definitely had, like, a mental slump during that period. And I also walked away with vitamin D deficiency. That's fun. But overall, it was actually better for, like, just sleeping in general, because I didn't have to go out. And there was no point in going out, so I was able to actually get more sleep, which was better in the long run. And that's when I also picked up streaming. I don't know if I had already done some stuff with, like, YouTube beforehand, That's definitely when I started streaming. Now, at this point, I'm just kind of glad for a somewhat normal return for society. There's still a little bit of recovery, but for the most part, I think we're kind of over everything. Some things will remain. There are more hand sanitizer locations now than there were before. Interesting. It's horseshoes, but it turns into fabric, huh? My gosh. The animals are so gluttonous. Meow. Aww. Okay, I want to see this quest. There are 6 stages. Alright, back to looping. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Oh. I've written something hilarious. I won't say what, but I have written something hilarious. Ooh, lag spike. I don't want to have to call you out, Zat. See, Mitch gets it. What are you poking me for?
You good?
I'm done over here. Alright. Since you asked for it, I put in one of our. I put in Fox's Discord in one of our group chats. Y'all don't need to be scared of me. You can come hang out if you want. And then a little bit later I put, I'm not that scary, I don't bite, I swear. And I added with, please don't be scared of me, sad face.
Why would I be scared of you?
I was kind of making a joke on the fact that I was sitting alone in the Discord call. And nobody else was joining.
I didn't realize, I'm sorry.
I figured. I figured you were probably very enthralled in laborious farming tasks. Which I should probably
very
do with
much
my
so.
fall stuff.
Why am I getting bothered? What the fuck? Oh man. starting to take shape, and I'm happy about it.
I feel like Mitch is like the link that holds us all together. Without Mitch, we'd have nothing.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not saying you are, but you might be. I think you're the only person that could keep us crazies in line.
Gonna keep more on online.
Nah, she just scared Warren off.
That's fair. I don't know why. I thought they were gonna get married.
He's married with a kid.
So that hasn't stopped people before.
I think Mitch would not appreciate anyone thinking those two ending up as a pair.
I know that's a joke.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, there's the big ball.
The big bonk. Ooh, this quest is done. What's the new one? Hammerhead sharks. That's gonna take a long time because I don't have any of them. Keep Moron and 13-year-old Moron Jr. away from me.
That's no way to talk about your future son-in-law like that. Come on, Mitch.
Wait, so you're saying that Mitch is gonna have a kid, and that kid's gonna marry Moron Jr.? Is that what you're saying?
I guess that's not what I meant. I meant stepson, but I'm fucking stupid, so. There we go.
Well, it doesn't matter, you got bonked either way.
I kind of expected it.
Okay, let's actually buy that. We'll fill out most of this area.
So one of the like streamers I am in Discord for, just added a counting channel, if you know what that is.
Yes.
And it has been blowing up ever since they put it in. My phone has not stopped pinging, and I'm about to mute the fucking Discord. Which I don't want to do.
You could probably just mute that one channel.
Can I?
Yeah, you can mute individual channels.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, I have to see what this. Why was this titled Updated Zabonk but big? When it's the same size.
Yeah, it is the same size. You're fucking up, Mitch.
I do have another plant that needs to grow. Where is it? There it is. It grows. Oh. Shit, planted a month ago. Oh well. Oh. No, I made it bigger, but Discord is dumb. Oh no. It must be ginormous in that case. Do you open original files to see the difference? Oh, sure, why not? We can go here, open original. And if we go back, open original, inspect. So this is 150 by 263. Maybe. What does this one show? Okay, I don't believe that. But yeah, I can see the difference. They're both super big. Ooh. I have so many questions as to why Fallen's name is the way it is on Fox's server.
What's his name?
Poppy Greg.
Ah, well, you see, I don't know why entirely, but I know it's like an inside joke.
Interesting.
Why it's an inside joke, I have no idea. But
Yeah, I don't get it either. Alright. I think the plan is finish out fall, take care of the start of winter, and then we'll end stream there. Ugh. Alright, turnips and jicama. How close are they? Like, right there. There we go. Alright. These are all fine. We'll water this. It's not gonna matter though. These we can harvest. Asparagus.
Asparagus.
Asparagus. These we can harvest. As well as these. Alright, we'll water these. And that should be it. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna call it here. I might be live tomorrow. I don't know. I might take a short break before streaming again. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed and take care, and I will see you all later. Bye!